Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Destiny Moon Tarot, and welcome to yet another pick a card reading. Let me quickly introduce you to today's groups. We have group number 1 with the Opalite Heart Crystal as well as the Transient Light Tarot deck. We have group number 2 with the Amethyst Heart Crystal and the Pulp Girls Tarot deck, and we have group number 3 with the Green Aventurine Heart Crystal as well as the Good Karma Tarot deck. You can take as much time as you need. Pause this video if you'd like to pick either one or multiple of these groups intuitively. Once you have made your decision, you can find the timestamps that correlate to your group's reading in the description box below as well as in the pinned comments, and I will see you all in your reading. Hi group 1, welcome to your reading. You guys chose the Opalite Heart Crystal as well as the Transient Light Tarot deck. We are going to get into your tarot in a while. I want to start off with your oracle cards first to figure out what blessings are coming your way in the season of autumn, in these autumnal months. Okay, so we have Sowilo, we have Othala, we have hope as well as innocence. Okay, super cute. Okay, so first things first, group number 1, the fact that you have Sowilo here. Now this is a rune that correlates to the sun card in tarot. Okay, and this being here is just showing me that there's some sort of positive outcome and happiness and joy and bliss in your life this autumnal season. Okay, so during the autumn season you might have an opportunity to spend a lot of good quality time and just have a lot of fun with your loved ones, your family, your friends. You could be experiencing maybe really good moments of like festive moments with people from your own culture or people who appreciate your culture, even if you're like far away from home. So that's something that I can see here, maybe like, you know, because at the beginning of autumn season is also the beginning of festive seasons in multiple cultures. So yeah, this could be an indication that you could be spending a lot of good time and like spending festive season, this coming festive season, with your family, with your loved ones, and that you will be really happy. It's gonna be a fun-filled, joyful time for you this season of autumn. You might be doing activities that really reconnect you with your inner child, or you might be doing activities that help you have a better relationship with your parents, with your ancestors, with you know, people in your family, people that are close to you. You might be getting closer and like more in touch with your roots, with your culture as well. Even if you're far away from home, I feel like there will be people around you that will take an interest in maybe your festivals, maybe your culture, and they will sort of find a way to make you feel like you're included and you're not alone, you know, just especially during the festive season, or just like just on like important days, on important holidays. I feel like you're gonna feel very loved and you will feel like you belong and you will feel a sense of community, and that's going to make you very, very happy. Okay, something else that I'm seeing is that this autumn season could also be bringing in a lot of improvement in the quality of your relationships. Okay, you might be like forgiving your parents for the way that they have raised you. Maybe if there were mistakes that they made in your childhood, I feel like you'll find a way to forgive them. You might find a way to forgive and accept your own inner child as well. You might somehow get in touch with your ancestors, like you might be seeing signs, signals that you know are coming from your ancestors who have maybe like passed away. For some of you, I'm seeing that maybe this is like the first festive season that you're going to be experiencing after losing a loved one. So I feel like even though it might feel like they're not here, you will still feel like there are signs and messages that you are seeing around you that you feel like are coming from this loved one, and you're not going to feel so alone, and you're not going to feel like they're not here, and you're not gonna like, I mean, you will miss them, of course. We miss our loved ones, especially on happy occasions and during the festive season, but I just feel in general you're not gonna feel like you're alone. Yeah. I also feel like, and this could be a message for like a minority of you, like maybe just 1 or 2 people, but like I feel like this autumn season you are accepting yourself for who you are fully and embracing yourself. And I feel like if you've been afraid of your loved ones seeing your true authentic self and maybe rejecting you, I think that's a fear that you're gonna be getting over, because maybe you will be confronting these people and telling them who you are. Okay, so like for example, you want to come out of the closet to your parents, and maybe you've been afraid of how they're going to react to it, and whether, you know, they're going to take it well, or, you know, maybe you're afraid that they're gonna disown you or be disappointed in you. I feel like when you do finally tell them, you're gonna realize that they have taken it really well, like surprisingly well, and that they have accepted you and they love you, and that's maybe going to make you feel a lot more closer to your parents, or like, you know, feel like that has strengthened your bond, you know, you coming out to your parents. That's just an example, not to say that everyone here is going to be coming out to their parents, and that's just an example that I'm giving you. But yeah, I do feel like there's this feeling here of you being stressed about something, but then finally having the strength and the courage to do it, and it's going to have a positive outcome, and that it possibly involves other people. So like how other people are going to react to it, or how other people are going to look at you after you you know, do this or say this. So yeah, I feel like any kind of blockages or fears that you have, I think this is a good time for you to confront it, because with Sovilo being here, there is a possibility that the outcome is going to be very, very favorable for you, group number 1. With hope and innocence, what I can see is also that this situation, this like happy ending, is going to bring a lot more hope in your life. Okay, so in the sense that maybe you were scared to, like, you know, say this thing or do this thing, but it's been accepted so well by other people that it gives you hope. It restores your faith in humanity almost. Okay, so there is some sort of hope for a better future as well, because of this good outcome that's going to be happening in the autumnal season or autumnal months. With innocence, what I can also see is that it's going to give you an opportunity to start again, to look at the world in a different way, to look at people around you in a different way, to not be super cynical about everything in life, and like, you know, for you to look at the good in people and not automatically assume the worst in people, you know. So yeah, I think moving forward in life, it's just gonna help you communicate and react to people, or like perceive people in a much more hopeful, in a much more positive manner, instead of just going in projecting your own insecurities into the world and onto other people and saying, oh, I don't think this person is gonna get me, or like I don't think I belong here because these people just don't, I don't think they would accept me for who I am, I don't think they would understand me. So like, you know, instead instead of approaching life and the world in that way, you're gonna be like, you know what, I'm just gonna express myself, and the people who understand me will understand me, and I'll find like-minded people, and the people who don't get me, it's fine, it's okay, it doesn't matter. And maybe if I have the courage to be who I am, people who are not used to it might get inspired to become more aware, to ask me questions so they can become more aware, right? And maybe they could like learn from me, or like I could help other people feel more comfortable in their own skin, or in themselves, within themselves. That sort of a feeling is what I'm picking up on. Like an example that I'm really getting is like Eric's storyline from Sex Education season 4. Like I don't want to give too many spoilers because I don't know if you've watched that season yet or not, but like, yeah, it's just like how he, you know, accepts who he is, and he finds it difficult to belong in places where people don't accept him for who he is, and he just, you know, one day gets up and says like, listen, this is who I am, and if you can accept me for who I am, that's great, but if you can't, then I don't want to be a part of this group. I don't want to belong here if that means I have to hide my true authentic self, you know, if I have to hide parts of myself, if I have to pretend to be something that I'm not. And he eventually realizes that he wants to be a part of something so that he can help other people like him feel belonged in that place. So yeah, I mean, again, I didn't want to give too many spoilers, so I feel like maybe I've just confused you all, but like if you have watched the season, then you know what I'm talking about, and it's making a lot more sense, hopefully. But yeah, without confusing you further, let's just move on with your reading. Let's get your tarot now to find out what blessings are coming into your life in this autumn season. Okay, so we have the 9 of Vessels, which is the 9 of Cups in this deck. We have the Defender, which is the Emperor in this deck. We have the 2 of Coins, as well as the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, your bottom deck energy is the Ace of Vessels, which is the Ace of Cups. So yeah, I feel like the Ace of Cups is always like a card that reminds me of self-love, which is like so unconditional and so pure, to a level that, you know, it not just fulfills you, but it overflows and actually helps those around you as well. So it's like self-love to a level where you don't just love yourself, but the way that you love yourself inspires other people to love themselves, and you have so much love for yourself that you have an overflow of love, which you are then able to pour into other people's lives, right? So yeah, I am picking up on this feeling that there's some sort of coming to terms with yourself that is making you feel good about yourself, but that's also helping you have a good connection with others, or like helping you help other people have a good relationship with themselves, and have like a community, and like have a place where they belong. Okay, so like in the 9 of Vessels, 9 of Cups is basically a wish fulfillment card. So, you know, like a wish coming true and that being right below so below. So like, you know, maybe you have felt like this is something you've always wanted. With Othola, something that I'm also picking up is children. So like if you've been trying to have a child for a while and maybe that wasn't happening up until now, in the autumn season, expect to hear some news about that. So like, yeah, some sort of wish fulfillment could be coming into place. And you know, this is like a wish that you have been very specific about. Okay, like you've thought of this wish, you have felt what it would feel like to experience it. You have visualized it to a point where there were a lot of details involved. Okay, so maybe you expected, or like, you know, in your mind's eye you were able to like experience this wish fulfillment in a certain way, where you were like, oh, this is how people are going to react to when I say this, this is what I'm going to say, this is how people are going to react to it, this is how I'm going to feel, this is how other people are going to feel. Like there are a lot of details in this wish fulfillment that are coming to fruition, that you are going to experience for real in the autumnal season. Group number 1 is what I'm picking up on here. With the defender being here, I definitely see that, you know, you are like stepping into a place where you accept yourself to such a level that you're able to stand up for yourself, you're able to defend yourself and also those around you. You're able to you know, step into this place of power where you have some sort of authority, you have some sort of like a clear idea of what it is you want, and you're gonna experience it, and you're not gonna feel guilty about having that or saying that or feeling this way or having these needs or having this wish in the first place. Okay, group number 1. So I definitely feel like you're stepping into a place where you're kind of like maybe there was a lot of turmoil, maybe there was like, should I, shouldn't I, is the world ready, am I ready, I want other people to accept me, but do I accept myself? Like there were a lot of like conflicting thoughts in your mind. But I definitely feel like once you express yourself, you are able to somehow change what life looks like. Okay, you're able to bring more luck into your life, you're able to bring more fortune, good fortune into your life, because you're like, you know what, I no longer want to struggle with this, I just want everyone to like know this thing about me, or like see me for who I am, or like I'm ready to make this thing public and it is going to be accepted well, because like I have all of the answers, I know who I am, I'm certain about it, I don't have to convince anyone else, I have the confidence and I have the acceptance that I need within myself. So like if nobody else accepts me or loves me, it's fine, it doesn't matter, like as long as I am happy with myself. You know what's coming to my mind, you know, that clip of that little kid who is like, I wake up every morning and I say, I am blessed, I am smart, so I know that, and when I step out in the world, I don't need you to tell me I'm smart or I'm blessed, I already know that. That's the feeling that I'm getting for you guys, group number 1. I feel like you're stepping, oh sorry guys, that was my alarm. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I definitely feel like, yeah, it's like a wake-up call for you guys. Okay, group number 1, it's like a wake-up call. You're like, listen, I'm no longer procrastinating, I'm no longer you know, being a victim of people pleasing or a fear of rejection or just imposter syndrome anymore. I'm just gonna let the world see me and I'm gonna be who I am, and however the world reacts, let them. But somehow the result of it is going to be so positive that, you know, everybody is going to be reacting in a very positive manner, and it might be changing your life in a pretty big way. It's going to put you on the map. Okay, Travis Kelsey. Yeah, it's like putting you on the map. It's like making people notice you. It's bringing in newer connections, newer people into your life, who are maybe curious about you, or you know, people who are like-minded. It's bringing in, you know, better connections, more connections, positive outcomes, you know, more hope, positive results, wish fulfillment, more power, more authority into your life. And yeah, that's what I can see happening for you guys, group number 1. I think I'm gonna end your reading right here. Don't think I'm picking up on any more messages. So yeah, let me know what you thought about this reading in the comments below. Claim this positive outcome in the comments below as well if you'd like to. Give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys. Hi group 2, welcome to your reading. You guys chose the Amethyst Heart Crystal as well as the Pulp Girls Tarot deck. So let's find out what blessings are coming for you, to you in the autumn season. We're gonna get into your tarot in a while. I wanna first start off with your pre-shuffled oracle cards that I have right here. So first up we have Isa, we have Berkana, we have Abundance, and we have Passion. Ooh, okay. I don't know why my brain works like this. Maybe it's because I've been spending too much time on social media, but like sometimes I see words and I think of like memes or like reels or TikToks, and like the minute I saw passion, I'm picking up on that TikTok sound. More passion, more energy. Okay, in the autumnal season, or the months, in the autumn months, I guess, maybe you've been feeling like you've been putting in the work, you've been working really hard, you've been working passionately towards something, but you're still feeling very stuck. You're feeling like you're not really seeing progress, you're not really seeing the abundance that you'd like to see, you're not really seeing growth. You're just feeling very stuck, very trapped, very maybe even defeated. You feel maybe burnt out, overwhelmed even. Okay, so something that I'm seeing here for you guys is that in the season of autumn, like a blessing that autumn season is going to bring you is either a break from the work that you're putting in. Okay, so maybe you're going to be going on a little trip, maybe you're going to be moving houses, or you know, you're going on like a little bit of a road trip. Okay, maybe even if this isn't like a far off travel, maybe just somewhere nearby, that's going to maybe just give you a little bit of a break so that you can just enjoy some time away from the hard work that you've been putting in. Maybe you're going to be just enjoying like a little break, some time away, some sort of like just a break where you can rest and relax and recuperate and just, you know, distract yourself so that you can come back with renewed passion, with renewed energy, with like, this is just basically what autumn is all about, right? It's harvest season. We go into hibernation soon. So yeah, like right now you're just taking a little bit of break, and maybe in this break you are looking behind and realizing how far you've already come. Okay, maybe this is a goal or a project that you've been working on, which is a pretty long-term goal, a long-term project, something that's going to like majorly change a lot of aspects of your life. And maybe this is not something that can happen overnight. It is something that's going to take time, right? And maybe like impatience is just taking over you, or just, you know, like comparatively it just feels like you're working a lot but you're not really seeing results. Maybe it's one of those situations where the days are long but the years are short. Okay, like an example that I'm picking up for you guys is like, suppose you are a content creator and you're like, oh okay, so I started my YouTube channel in January, it is now October, and I haven't reached my goal of reaching 1000 subscribers yet. But August is a month, October may be a month where you stop and you're like, listen, you know what, I have been doing the best that I can, and maybe I haven't reached 1000 subscribers yet, but I'm still not at 0 subscribers. I'm at 500 subscribers, so that's progress, right? Like, we can't go from a 0 to 1000 overnight. It takes time, and you know, there is progress that's happening. So I feel like a blessing that's coming to you in the autumnal months is that you are stopping and you're maybe like recognizing and realizing that there has been progress. Maybe you haven't reached your goal yet, but there is progress, and you're going to be feeling proud of that progress. And you know, just seeing how far you've come is maybe going to help you feel more passionate, feel more energetic, feel more motivated to continue putting in the work. Okay, it's gonna give you some more patience maybe. Okay, and yeah, it's just gonna make you feel like there already is some level of abundance. Okay, you aren't at 0 subscribers, you're at 500 subscribers, and that's abundance, right? That's 500 more from what you had in January. So like, you know, you are going to be feeling abundant in the sense that you have come a long way, and you're recognizing that. You're recognizing and celebrating and acknowledging how hard you have worked so far and how far you've come so far. And that's going to motivate you and, you know, inspire you and reignite your passion and energy to keep going. Okay, so that's something that I'm seeing for you. Like, that's like, I don't want to say blessing in disguise, but like, yeah, I feel like there is some sort of like a mandatory break that you will kind of need to take. Either you will, like, you know, like you're gonna make impromptu travel plans with someone, or you will have to travel to some place, like, you know, just like circumstances out of nowhere are going to just make you take a break. You know, it's like, I'm not really seeing a tower moment. I don't think like there's a tower moment here that's making you take this break. It's just circumstances. It's just like a sign from the universe for you to just stop. Like, there's some sort of like fated situation that's happening here that's just making you stop and reflect, is what I'm picking up on. So like, you know how when we go somewhere and like there's this one road, or there's this one patch of our route where we never find traffic in, but somehow on that day there is traffic. So it's that sort of situation. Like, you know, you don't expect this break, you don't expect this distraction to come into your life, but it just does come into your life. And that's like a blessing in disguise for you to just stop, okay, and like put down your tools for a while, just take a breath. Okay, in fact, let's do that right now, group number 2. Like, okay, relax your eyebrows, unclench your jaw, drop your shoulders, take a deep breath in and let it out. Okay, like that's how it's going to feel. Like, emotionally, physically, spiritually, that's how it's going to feel. Like, you just taking a break so you can clear your mind and just reflect. Okay, not seeing the future, not seeing not getting anxious about the future, but just like seeing how far you've come, just celebrating the past instead of being anxious about the future. Like, that's a blessing that's coming to you in the autumn months. Group number 2. Let's get your tarot now. This is the Pulp Girls tarot deck. So we have the World. Come on now. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Emperor. Oh my god, group number 1 also got the Emperor. Everybody is stepping into their power. Good. I'm glad. And we have Justice. Ooh, so much major arcana here. 3 out of your 4 cards are major arcana. Your bottom deck energy is the High Priestess, another major arcana. Okay, it's like major, like, life-changing events happening in the autumnal months for you, group number 2. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna start off with the World. The World is giving me Saturnian energy. Okay, so like you might have Saturn or Capricorn very like prominently in your natal chart. You might be ruled by Saturn, you might be a Capricorn, you might be an Aquarius is also something that I'm picking up, Libra, Aries, just one of those like go signs, okay? Especially Aries and Capricorn. Yeah, we just don't know how to stop. We just don't know when to take breaks and rest. And another TikTok sound that's in my mind is never back down, never give up. Isn't that like a TikTok sound? Yeah. Never back down, never what? Never give up. Never back down, never what? Never give up. Yeah, that's the sound that I'm hearing in my head. But yeah, I feel like, yeah, that's maybe what your energy has been like. You've been like, no, I have to keep going, I have to be consistent, I have to keep putting in the work. And yes, you do have to work towards your goals, okay? There are certain things that you do have control over in your life, and if you don't take action, then you don't kickstart that energy, and then it becomes very difficult, or it just prolongs the process of that thing coming into your life. Yes, absolutely. But even in those situations, you deserve a break. You don't have to work constantly, okay? You don't have to like constantly have those wheels moving. Like, it's fine, it's okay. Another thing that I'm hearing is you are where you're meant to be, okay? And that is something that I used to tell myself every time I got stuck in traffic on my way to college, because like I would really freak out and be like, oh my god, what if I reach late to my class? What if I reach super late and I'm no longer allowed to attend this class? Or, you know, what if I like miss out on something important? And like, something that really helped me like ease my anxiety in those moments was to literally say, I am exactly where I'm meant to be, okay? Because like I think it was my father who sent me an article about stories from people who basically got delayed or like couldn't reach office on time. They used to work in the World Trade Center, and they've always, like, you know, for 20 years they've worked in the World Trade Center, and they've never been late for a day in their life. And correctly on 9/11 is when something happened, you know, like their car broke down, or you know, they had to drop their kids off to school because their child's school bus forgot, like their child missed their school bus or something of that sort. And like these little instances that helped them basically escape a very sad fate that a lot of other people unfortunately couldn't escape. So yeah, it was just like stories of how you are exactly where you're meant to be, because like maybe if you were where you wanted to be, something bad could have been happening, right? So like, yeah, maybe you are where you are, like in the moment you're just like so angry that, you know, your child missed their school bus, or you're so angry that your car broke down, and you're anxious that you're not gonna get to office on time. But that's basically a blessing in disguise. That's basically, you know, protecting you and helping you escape something much worse, right? So yeah, that's one thing that is coming through. Like, you know, you are exactly where you're meant to be, and just the fact that you have this goal and you're able to see it in your mind's eye just means that you are very much capable of experiencing it for real, okay? That's like just a rule in spirituality. That's like a way in which you can manifest things, okay? So like that's something that helps in your manifestation journey as well. Just knowing that if you can see it in your mind's eye, you can experience that for real, okay? So if you have this goal of this sort of abundance in your life, whatever that is, okay, whatever that looks like, whatever this goal is, so coming to my previous example, this goal is 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Like if you can see that in your mind, you're capable of making that happen, Okay, so know that it is going to happen, know that you are working towards it, and that time is a man-made thing. Okay, it's gonna happen when it happens. All you can do is work on yourself. All you can do is just put in the work, put in the effort. Okay, have the dedication, have that passion, have that energy. Okay, have the discipline to keep going after what it is that you want. Okay, but at the same time, you're allowed to take breaks. You're allowed to ease your mind by saying things like, hey, I will get there, I will get what I want to in the end. Maybe now is just not my time, and it's fine, it's okay. And it's not like I'm failing, there is progress. And even if I do fail, it's okay. That's just an opportunity for me to learn so I can grow. Okay, one failure is not going to define my whole life. It's not going to define who I am. It's not going to define whether I'm ever going to be successful in the future or not. It doesn't matter. It's fine, it's okay. People fail and succeed all the time. Nobody only succeeds and nobody only fails, right? And my doorbell just went off. So yeah, this thing, it's gonna come. It's like how you place an order on Amazon, right? You have done the work, you have placed the order, right? You have made the payment. Now you just wait for it to come. Okay, sometimes it's gonna come in a day, sometimes it's gonna take a week, but it'll be here, right? You have that faith in Jeff Bezos, you have that faith in Amazon. You just know that, right? So like, have that faith in yourself, have that faith in your own destiny as well. Okay, so I definitely feel like in the autumnal months or in the autumn season, you're just like realizing that life as well is, it's seasonal. We have seasons in our lives, right? We are doing enough, we are going after what it is that we want to, but we are where we're meant to be. This thing will come to us in divine timing. Okay, so just finding a balance is a blessing that's coming into your life, and that balance is going to help you no longer overwork yourself, overwhelm yourself, or in your own head think that you're a failure. No, that's all going to stop because of this realization, because of this epiphany that you're having. And I think you just giving yourself a break, cutting yourself some slack might actually help you move a lot closer to this goal, because maybe you're like obsessed with this goal and you're not letting the universe do its own thing. You're just like super obsessed with you controlling everything that's going on. Okay, so yeah, it's just like bringing more balance into your life this autumn season. It's just, yeah, it's making you realize that yes, there are some things that are in your control, but there are also things that you just have to surrender to the universe for. And that's just how it is. That's just what life is like. So yeah, that's the reading that I have for you guys, group number 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Claim this reading, claim this abundance in the comments below if you'd like to. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in my next reading. Bye guys. Hi group 3, welcome to your reading. You guys chose the Green Aventurine Heart Crystal or the Good Karma Tarot deck. Let's find out what blessings are coming into your life this autumn season. I'm gonna get into your tarot in a bit. I'm gonna start off with your pre-shuffled oracle cards first. So first up we have Northeast. I think that's how you pronounce it. We have Fehu. I haven't seen this card in a while, so I've forgotten how to pronounce it. The little booklet that this deck came with actually had the pronunciations of each of these words as well, and I've really forgotten this. This is Fehu. This is, I don't think it's Northeast, but yeah, I've forgotten how to pronounce it. Really sorry, you guys. Next up, we have Wisdom and we have Compassion. Okay, yeah, hoping that you are going to show me compassion for mispronouncing this word and also forgetting how to pronounce it. Oh gosh, okay, yeah. Let's not give ourselves a hard time. But yeah, that could be a message as well. Like maybe you've been giving yourself a hard time, and that is something that I think like I think they did a study where they found out that like the more intelligent you are, the more of an overthinker you will be, and you know, you're going to be less impulsive, and you know, you're gonna question yourself and your worth and your intelligence a lot more. Like if you are intelligent and if you are like, yeah, the more intelligent you are. Ooh, and the power just went off. That hasn't happened in a while. Let's wait for it to come back. Group number 3. But actually the lighting seems fine, so maybe I'll just continue and the power will come back when it does. Shouldn't take very long though, but yeah. Okay, yeah, so like a lot of things are happening in your reading that are giving me the same message. It's basically this. I feel like maybe up until now you have been questioning your worth, questioning your wisdom, questioning your intelligence, questioning your skill. You know, imposter syndrome is something that you might be experiencing, and maybe there are moments where you really question yourself, and then there are moments where you're like, no, I'm the best, I know everything, and maybe there's like a little bit of imbalance there. But what I feel in the autumn months, like a blessing that's coming for you, is just you feeling like just like you having more compassion towards yourself, you not constantly worrying about proving your worth to people. Okay, like an example that I'm getting is that maybe in the autumn months you're realizing that you don't have to spend a lot of your money to prove to other people that you have money. Okay, maybe you are making better decisions that are helping you in the long run, that are helping you be kind to yourself, that are helping you be kind to your own mind. Okay, because it's a cycle, right? Like we worry that other people are not seeing us as being as abundant as we actually are, so we have to prove to people that we can afford these things, so we're buying these things. But now that's a lifestyle that we have to maintain, so now we're stuck in this cycle where we're constantly worried about, oh okay, we have to prove our lifestyle to people, and then there's the pressure of maintaining that lifestyle, and then there's the pressure of making enough money so that we're able to sustain that lifestyle, and then that cycle goes on and on and on and on and on, right? And that puts a lot of pressure not just on our financial health, but also on the quality of work that we do, on our own self-esteem, on our own mental health as well. Like that's an example that I'm giving. Okay, I'm not saying that you guys are having like money issues or anything. That's just an example that I'm giving you. I just feel like in the autumnal months, I think you're just like, a blessing that's coming into your life is that you are going to be so much more kinder to yourself, so much more kinder to your own mind, and that in itself is going to free you from a lot of pressure, from a lot of worry that is very self-inflicted. It's not pressure that's coming in from anyone else, it's pressure that we are inflicting upon ourselves. Okay, it's the pressure to do something wrong even though we know it's wrong, but we have to do it because we feel like there's so much pressure that we have to do this. Like even though this is not us, this is not the kind of life we want to live, but we still have to live it because we have something to prove to others, and if we can prove other people this, then you know, we feel good about ourselves. So like, yeah, you're just like breaking away from this cycle is what I'm seeing here. Okay, like just having the wisdom, just having the like inner knowing of who you are and not having to prove yourself to other people if you don't want to. Okay, like you're not doing anything where you feel like, this is very forced, like I have to do this because everyone else is doing it, or I have to do this because, you know, everyone expects me to do this. Like, you don't have to do that anymore, and I don't think you're doing that anymore in the month of, why do I keep saying in the month of, in the autumn season, group number 3. Okay, so I feel like, yeah, you're relieving yourself from a lot of self-inflicted pressure, which is just helping you with your mental health. It's just helping you calm down. It's like reducing your stress. It's just like, yeah, like you're no longer, like there's no longer space in your life for unnecessary expectations from other people, and you feeling the pressure to live up to those unnecessary expectations of people. Okay, so that's something that I'm seeing here. Yeah, that's like a blessing that's coming into your life, just like less stress. And because there's less stress, you're actually able to enjoy the resources that you have. Okay, so like now you're not spending your money on things that you feel like you have to. You're spending money on things you want to, and that's bringing you more joy, more fulfillment. Okay, so that's something that I'm seeing here, like emotional maturity, just emotional acceptance, just less emotional pressure is the blessing that I see coming into your life, group number 3. Let's get your tarot cards. This is the Good Karma Tarot deck. Let's get your cards. Your reading has been moving really fast, and I think, yeah, like you're just, it's almost like a epiphany that you're having. You're like, enough is enough, I'm done. I'm tired of being on this hamster wheel where I'm like constantly doing stuff that I don't want to do in order to maintain relationships that are probably not good for me in the first place. Yeah, that's something that I'm definitely seeing. Okay, so we have the 8 of Coins, the 3 of Cups, we have the Lovers, we have the 9 of Cups, which also came up for one of the other groups. Was it group number 1 or 2? I don't remember now, but yeah, it came up for one of the other groups as well. Bottom deck energy is the Knight of Wands. Yeah, so your Knight of Wands is just a very image focused, impulsive person. Okay, in a love reading, the Knight of Wands is also an F-boy, an F-girl. So, you know, you take this situation as it resonates. Okay, maybe you felt the pressure ki, okay, like, you know, yeah, this person, like group number 3 is very attractive, and group number 3 is gorgeous and beautiful, and like, how can someone like that commit to just one person? This person has to be a player. This person has to show people that they are constantly in a relationship, or they constantly have like a huge pool of people to choose from to date, or you know, this person is so sought after, and like, of course, this person isn't loyal to just one person. They can get anyone they want, so they're just jumping from one relation to another, or they are you know, so cool that they are you know, breaking hearts out here. Okay, so like, yeah, if that's like a pressure that you have been feeling, like a pressure of being in a relationship, or like a pressure of breaking hearts, or a pressure of, you know, behaving in a way that people expect you to behave because of how you look, or because of how much attention you get, like that's something that you're no longer wanting to do. That's like pressure that you no longer want in your life, even if that comes at the expense of you not feeling or looking like you're cool, or, you know, like, oh my god, group number 3 is just so amazing, and just like, yeah, like even at the expense of that, you are willing to give it up. Like a reference that I'm picking up on is like, you know how in Mean Girls there is this like, there's this scene where they're introducing Regina George, and and they're like, how do we even begin to explain Regina George? And then you have like a couple of people saying different things about Regina George, where they're like, Regina George is flawless, and like, she punched me in the face once, it was awesome. And like, a lot of that is just Regina George treating them like shit, but then they thinking it's so cool because Regina George is so cool, right? So like, yeah, I mean, I feel like not to say that you're mean to people, I'm just saying that, you know, it's just that pressure of being relevant or being cool, right? Like, that's just something that you're no longer doing. Or like, the expectation that people have that, you know, like, oh, this person makes so much money, so they travel every month, or like, oh, this person owns one Chanel bag, which means that every 6 months they're going to buy a new Chanel bag. Or like, oh, this person has dated only like super hot people, so the next time they're going to get into a relationship, it'll also be with a super hot person. And maybe, you know, you're just like, maybe I don't want to date just hot people anymore. I mean, it's a bonus if they're hot, but I also want them to be kind, or I want them to be loyal, or I want them to be, you know, ambitious, whatever, right? So I feel like, yeah, just you deciding that you no longer want to be on this hamster wheel of impressing other people, living your life, proving other people who you are, or like, you know, living your life in a way that's keeping your image a certain way in the perception of everyone else, like how everyone else perceives you to be, that's who you're living up to be. Like, you're stopping doing that, okay? And in that process, you might lose out on some friends as well, is something that I'm seeing here. But I feel like, again, that's something that it's collateral damage, and like, you don't really mind that, okay? Like, I genuinely see that. I feel like you're now moving into a place where you are doing what you want to do because you want to do it, and, you know, just saying like, hey, this is who I am, and if you can get along with this person that I am, then good. But if you can't, then it's okay. It's okay if you think I'm uncool. It's okay if you no longer want to hang out with me. It's okay if you think I have less money than you. It's fine. It's okay. I don't care. That's what you think. Just because you think I'm not abundant doesn't mean I am not abundant. I don't have to spend my money on lavish things or break someone's heart in order for you to think that I am cool. I'm working on myself. I'm doing what I want to do, and I think I'm pretty cool for that. And people who love me, people who genuinely belong in my life, will think I am cool for the person I am. If I have to change myself in order for you to accept me, then you don't really accept me. So it's fine if you no longer want to be in my life, okay? And that in itself, I think, is bringing into your life just, you know, appreciation and acceptance from people who genuinely see you and appreciate you and love you, okay? Without sounding too much of like without making you sound too much like a pick-me girl, because that, yeah, I don't know why, that just made me think of pick me, choose me, love me. Yeah, so maybe you're going from like a pick-me girl to a, you can pick me if you want to, and even if you don't want to, it's fine, that girl, okay? So that's a blessing that's coming into your life. I feel like you're working on yourself, you're working on your own goals, and you're like interacting with people how you want to interact with them, and that is bringing in genuine, authentic, loving, caring connections into your life, and that is just making you feel really accomplished and fulfilled and emotionally satisfied in other aspects of your life as well, okay? It feels like all of your ducks are in a row, and like, you can appreciate a lot of things. You can appreciate how wise you are, you can appreciate how kind you are, you can appreciate how abundant you are, you can appreciate how hardworking you are. All of these things you're able to appreciate because you're no longer giving into the pressure of doing things other people want you to do, which is making other people very happy, but it's making you sad. It's making you live very inauthentically. This could very well, group number 3, mean that the people that you currently hang out with, maybe on a daily basis, people who are part of your inner circle, may no longer be a part of your life anymore moving forward. But like I said, I think this is something that you're completely okay with, because it's making space in your life for better connections and better people, which is good. So you could be leveling up in terms of like socially, or like just emotionally leveling up as well, okay? Just hanging out with people who genuinely like love you and care about you. Again, in that mean girl example, you know, like maybe you're no longer part of the plastics anymore, but instead you're friends with people who like you and genuinely get you and understand you, yeah? And you're much happier that way. You thought being part of the popular group is what would bring you happiness, but maybe it doesn't anymore. Maybe you're realizing that that was more detrimental for you and for your overall well-being. And there's this misconception that, you know, people who were once a part of your life, you have to completely cut off and, like, you know, cut out toxic people and never talk to them again, never see them again. But that's not true. You know, you're always allowed to grow out of relationships. You're always allowed to grow out of love with someone, and you know, you can outgrow people all the time. So it's okay if you have a new set of friends. You can still be in touch with these people on like a very basic level, like, but you don't have to hang out with them anymore. You don't have to be a part of their inner circle anymore. So yeah, a blessing that's coming into your life, group number 3, in the season of autumn, is just more love, more appreciation, more acceptance from within yourself, and that is attracting other people who also appreciate you for who you are. Yeah, so that's the reading that I have for you guys, group number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, leave me a nice comment, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys.